Hello, this video is about how you do evaluating the evidence. That is another assignment that comes out of our textbook, and it's very similar to how you do docs from sources, but these texts are in a slightly different place. So if I open up the evaluating the evidence Google form, it looks like this. And here are the various articles, and it tells you what the name of the article is that you're supposed to read and what page it's on. So if I go over to my textbook, my online textbook, I go to chapter 12, and let me close this up just to show you what this looks like. As we talked about with docs from sources, there are two chapters, right? There's the regular chapter, and then there's the docs from sources chapter. Well, to get to evaluating the evidence, you go into the regular chapter, the one that's the upper one. The docs from sources is always the lower one, and then the regular chapter pages are the upper one. And if I drill down into that, I can kind of open things up a little bit. And if I drill down into this first section, Wealth and Power in Renaissance Italy, which was our first lesson, and I open this up, I'm going to find this article right here, Evaluating the Evidence. And just like docs from sources, I can bring this up. It's about a page. It looks like this. It's on page 362, just like the Google form said. And if I read that and I hit next, here are those questions. And of course, just like docs from sources, these questions are the very same questions right here. And so, like docs from sources, if I want to do this but not do the entire thing yet, do the entire Google form yet, but I don't want to lose the information, what I can do is just answer the questions I want to in this part of the quiz, in this quiz that comes on the next page, take some kind of a snapshot of that, make some kind of a record of that, and then when I'm ready to submit this Google form, I can just add the questions here based on what I documented here. Like I said in the docs from sources video, this website, Launchpad, has a grade book in it, and it has a way of grading these. However, I do not find it user friendly, and so I find that using Google Forms is a much more stable way to do this. So I've just created Google Forms out of these questions. And so if I want to do the next one, here's the problem. These articles are embedded in the regular text. So if I want to get to the next one, I'm going to have to skim through pages and hit next and next and next. Because the next article on this Google form after the 12.1 is 12.2, Thomas More's Utopia, and that's on page 369. And if I go to, see, here's 365. Here's all of a sudden 368. Notice how it skips pages. And here's 369, and it's Thomas More's Utopia. I can read that. I can go to the next page. Here's the little quiz questions. I can answer those any way I want to, document those whichever way I want to, for when I'm ready to submit this Google form. Remember, you can do all these articles, read them all in one fell swoop, and just knock them out that way and submit. Or you can just do them piecemeal, whichever works best for you, and somehow document the, how you answer these various questions. And so here is, check this out. Next one is this article on clothing and masculinity. It's on page 382. There's a couple of ways I can get to that. I could just kind of scroll through the pages, but this is page 369. I'm not sure if I want to hit this button to go all the way to 362. If I hit the home and I go back to the chapter, I can kind of drill down and and scan for it that way. Drill into 12B, intellectual change. There's the Thomas More article right there. Get out of that. Drill down into art and artist. Don't see anything here. I don't see that, the article about clothing and masculinity. Go into social hierarchies. Here it is, clothing and masculinity. I can open that up, read that article. It's on page 382 right here, just like this. I can hit next. And here are the quiz questions. They're the exact same questions as here, right? If I want to submit the Google form, I can answer the questions right here. Or if I want to wait, and I can answer these questions here, somehow document, whatever way works for you, which answers I picked, save that documentation for when I'm ready to turn in this Google form. Look at this. This is actually on page 376. So I can go here, drill down, and there's individuals in society. And notice, there are no questions on that one. See that? This goes just straight into the next section. So therefore, guess what? I can just kind of wing this one. There's only one question, and the question is, what is a Renaissance man? And hopefully we'll remember that one. And then there's this one, a gold coin of Ferdinand and Isabella. Could it be under this section, social hierarchies? No. Could it be under this section, politics and the state? Well, that's when we talked about Ferdinand and Isabella. So let's open that up. And there it is. An article about the gold coins. And on the next page, the quiz questions, which are the same as these right here. So I hope that makes things a bit easier for you. All of the evaluating the evidence texts from all the chapters will be just like that.